Hi, I'm Mark Wade, and welcome to Ventriloquist University.
When was your first ventriloquist convention?
Let's see, 1975. I've been to all the conventions. I haven't missed one in that many years. So I came in 75, we were just getting started. Those days they said if we have 50 ventriloquists, it's going to be a big convention. And they didn't even assign things. Bill Boley ran one of the first ones I went to, and he would wait till all the performers got there, and he said, would you want to do a show? Do you want to do a lecture? Do you want to do something? And they kind of did it on the fly, the whole convention. So it wasn't organized like it is now.
Who was the executive director back then?
And in those days, the curator of the museum was a lady named Susan D. Fillet was the first curator, and then also our executive director. And later on, they changed over to convention chairman. Every year they had to be one from the advisory board to be the person running the conventions.
When you took on the role as executive director, what difficulties approached you?
Well, number one, the convention was dead, because we were 1999 and 1998, they had no convention. Dorothy Malure was the executive director, and she had left, and the whole thing closed down. Nobody wanted to take it from the advisory board with just a very short notice. And so, anyway, we all went to Las Vegas for the couple years that we were there. And anyway, John Brooking wanted to bring it back to Kentucky. So he was the president of the board, and he called me and said, I want you to take the convention over and start it over again. I said, under these conditions, I'll be executive director. We don't have any more chairman, and I'll consolidate everything into a convention for you. And I've been running it ever since year 2000, so 23 years. And I ran I've done 28 altogether.
So by that time when you had talked to John and he'd approached you on bringing it back to Kentucky, you kind of had an idea. Did you have an idea of everything you'd be getting back into in terms of?
Well, I wasn't quite sure, but I'd run them before. I run 5 other conventions before, so I had kind of a thumbnail sketch in my head about what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go with it and all that. And John, I didn't have any money to get the convention started out. I borrowed $1,500 from John, and I was the first guy. I was the first thing we paid back from the convention. So by March of that year, we had made enough money to pay him back his $1,500, and I think we had 88 that year.
What is your favorite convention memory?
Probably sitting in the coffee shop at the drawbridge with Johnny Main and Jeff, and Johnny Main would hold court in there. He would sit and get a cup of coffee or order a pitcher of coffee, and we'd sit around and talk vent to like 3 and 4 in the morning. We'd fall into bed and sleep for a couple hours, get back up. About 2 hours we were sleeping, we were also groggy and tired, and do the lectures and the shows, and God knows what they were like. But people seemed to like them anyway, but we were tired.
And then do it all over again.
They do it all over again when they swear them down, we'll never do it again, and then we did the very next night.
Wow. Who was Johnny Main?
Johnny Main was a professional ventriloquist that lived in the Niagara Falls area, and he did all kinds of clubs and one-nighters and shows like that. He was very instrumental with the convention. He was an advisor like I was. He came on about the same time I did in '77.
What is the most rewarding aspect of your title as executive director?
Seeing the art grow and function, and the popularity's back now, I think a little bit more than it was.
Sure.
That was my main thrust. I wanted to bring it back, and I did.
Can you talk a little bit about how you got into ventriloquism?
Oh yeah, I was a kid ventriloquist and magician. I started with magic first. I had little magic books I got at school, you buy through the mail and all that. I had those, and one of the books that I got was about ventriloquism. And I said, this looks interesting. So I started going through the book and learning ventriloquism, and I took the Mayer course. Actually, I took the Mayer course twice. A friend of mine was a magician. He bought out a magic store. This magic store had the original Fred Mayer course in it, which in those days was all mimeographed.
Okay.
So I read that and studied and practiced. Then Clinton Detweiler, I learned about him. I bought his course the second time and did the course for Mayer and did the course from the original Fred Mayer course. And then another book that was instrumental was called Ventriloquism of Today by Paul Stadelman. And I went through that book. So between those three, that's how I learned.
So your early education started through these books of ventriloquism. Did that help you when you wrote your books?
I think it did. It gave me an idea of what to put into a book and what would be interesting for ventriloquists, what would spark their interest in the art.
What aspects would you define make a ventriloquist showman?
I think the stage presence, of course, is not only do you have to be proficient at your art, but proficient at a lot of different things. You're like a juggler in a sense. You're doing a voice, you're doing lip control, you're doing breathing, you're doing all of those things, and then you have to go out and present it like it's easy. and if you're successful, they'll say, yeah, gosh, I can do that. And then we got them. So yeah, I would think the stage presence and the juggling aspect of all those different things you got to do,
Sure.
then it goes into being a good ventriloquist.
Wow. What market did you specialize in?
I specialized in what's called the kids show or children's performance. I was trained as an elementary school teacher. I have a teaching degree from Ohio University, and I taught school for 3 years. So I knew about kids and different age groups. I taught in 4th grade, taught 2 years of 2nd grade, 1 year of 6th grade. So for my 3 or 4 years of teaching, that's what I did. And I learned about different kids and how to handle them, how to control them, how to get them to become good audiences through those experiences I had as a teacher and my methods courses for being a teacher. So I think it gave me a little leg up on things. Plus I knew where to get the information to do curriculum books and things like for reading and math and science and different topics.